When I was diagnosed with my epilepsy, I was 8 years old. Old enough to know how it would affect me physically, but too young to know all the baggage that comes with it. The first thing I learnt to handle were the meds. Day after day, remember the tablets. Alarm at 9 in the morning, alarm at 9 at night. And nowadays 11, just to be safe. Then I moved out. One simple task, take your tablets, turned into multiple tasks. Take your tablets, order your tablets, organise your tablets, etc. etc. Then you have the side effects. Reduced calcium and vitamin C absorption, a slower metabolism, tiredness, memory problems, and whoever knows what else. Sometimes I don't know how people can deal with someone with so much rubbish going on. Whatever happened to just being able to chill out and have fun? Especially when most of this started in my late teens, early 20s. The thing is, I need those people. I don't know what I'd do without them. I can't drive, I'm scared to travel long distances alone, and even basic chores around the house, sometimes I can't even get them completed. Personally, my seizures have no distinct trigger. It could be stress, lack of sleep, dehydration, sometimes words or music, some kind of sound, but most of the time, I have no trigger at all. This means they could happen at any time, in any place. In the kitchen while I'm cooking, in the shower, while I'm working, which is even scarier when I'm in the office around lots of people. The seizures themselves, personally, I find fine. They're nothing anymore, but it's everything surrounding them that gets to me. Take the build up, for example. The best way to describe it for me is like a kettle boiling. You know what you're waiting for, you know what's happening, but it's such a dragged out process. The first thing that happened to me is the words. They just start to disappear. What is like a thesaurus in your mind, it turns into like a child's first dictionary. Before you know it, the speech has gone altogether. You can try and talk to people. Personally, I can think what I want to say, but the words just aren't coming out. Then the legs go, they turn to jelly, and then bam, seizure. If the build up sounds bad, well, the come down is even worse. I've been without words before for up to 2 hours. It comes back slowly, but a proper sentence just doesn't want to form. The legs take a while too sometimes. There's always the confusion afterwards as well. How long has the seizure been? Who's noticed? Is there a lot of drama going on, or have I been lucky enough for it to be a calm one? I think the worst part for me personally is that emotions are out of the question. There are tears every time. If it was up to me, I personally don't feel the need to cry. I've done this rodeo so many times, I know what my seizures are like, but the thing about having temporal lobe epilepsy is that is exactly where emotions are processed in the brain. So yeah, I don't really have a choice about that one. All this stuff added together, the symptoms, the recovery, all the baggage that comes along, this is my problem with epilepsy. I think it's took me a long time in my life to come to terms with just how much there is, and since my brain surgery hasn't worked, it's also now a process of me coming to terms with this is probably going to be the rest of my life. I can deal with the seizures. I can have seizures, up to half an hour long, and despite being distressing, I'm happy to sit there and have people help me while I kind of get it over with. But the rest of it, I have to be fully conscious and thinking and stressing and there for it. And I think just all these reasons added up. That's why for me, sometimes having the seizure is the easiest part.